Hello everyone, welcome to the Backlog Destroyer, where my goal is to beat all of my retro video games by the end of 2021. I am Don, I'll be your host today, and we're going to get started with Shining in the Darkness. That is a Sega Genesis game, the first in the Shining series, and yeah. So we're going to start, given our name. We're Don, we're going to hit end. Hi. How fast would I like messages? Fast. He knew it. How did you know it, dude? You don't even know me. Actually, I just introduced myself, so maybe he does know me. There's something terrible going on in the kingdom of Thornwood. Something that I fear could plunge our world into eternal darkness. With your help, Don, this can be prevented. It's all up to you. From this point on, Don, you are the son of Mortrid. There you go. Okay, Mortrid. There you go. And a knight in the kingdom of Thornwood. Oh, I almost forgot. You have two good friends now, Milo Brax and Pyra Mist. That's it, thank God. Sir Don, the king awaits you. Please step this way. Sir Don, I like that. That got a nice ring to it. My liege, this is the one I spoke of. Ah, Mortrid's son and the one of my finest knights. Don, isn't it? A fine name it is. A fine name indeed. Majesty, this lad wishes to join us in the search for the princess. This was your idea, wasn't it, Theos? Yes, Majesty. As you know, Don's father was with the princess, and he's been missing along with her. Don feels that finding the princess will lead him to his father. Thus, he came to me and offered his services. The princess is believed to be somewhere in this realm. I only pray that she's safe. Tristan, what say you? With your permission, my liege. Of all my knights, this lad is the youngest, but he's second only to his father when it comes to swordsplay. I see. Well, if Tristan vouches for you, there is no room for doubt. Don, bring back my daughter. I'm sure she is somewhere in the realm waiting to be rescued. Take this gold, Don. Equip yourself, and then return here. Don receives 200 gold pieces. We'll thank you when you return. You may take your leave now. Oh, that was it. Okay, so I've played through this game. Not played through. I played maybe like an hour of this game. But half of it, I had to restart from the beginning once because I didn't save correctly. And most of it was just kind of figuring out what I was doing. So the beginning will be a little autopilot because I've done it twice now. This will be the third time. But yeah, this is the main town. So we got a shrine, we got an alchemist, we got an armorer, we got a tavern, and we got weapons. And I promise you, this music never gets old. Good day. If it's the weapon you seek, you're in the right place. I hope so. It was a sword. Alright, so we got a bronze knife, wooden club, short sword. Yeah, we know what we gotta do. We just gotta get the sword. Let's go all out in damage here. Nah, I'm out of money. Nope, I'm leaving. Alright, we'll go in the tavern later. There's like another cutscene that's gonna come up. Oh, we go. Oh. There you go. Enter the exit. King. I'll talk to the king. Don, I've been waiting for you. Minister, provide him with all the details. Yes, Majesty. Listen well to my words, Don. First things first, you must find the whereabouts of the princess. It is said that she was last seen in the vicinity of the labyrinth, but we haven't a clue as to whether she is in the labyrinth or not. Flashing lights warning. Greetings, King Drake. Who are you? Excuse my somewhat sudden appearance. My name is Dark Soul, and I've come to rule your realm. King Drake, you seem worried about the lovely Princess Jessa. Well, worry no more, because I've got her safely tucked away. Fiend or friends. Whoa, Lord Tristan, another move like that, and that could be your last. Now back to business. I want you out of here, Drake. You must be joking. Speak when you are spoken to, Virun. All I ask for you is this kingdom. In return, you can have Jessa back. Now excuse me, I'll be back when you're ready to leave. By the way, every time a new character comes in, or a returning character comes in, they get a different voice. By the blood of the ancients, Jessa held captive by that animal. Go, Don! Find the princess! We're depending on you! I just talked to you. I am Theos. the King's Council. I'm here to provide knowledge. Dark Soul draws his power from the darkness. His enemy is light. He who wields the power of light may triumph over darkness. Go, Dawn. Find the princess. We're depending on you. We're fools to place our trust in this boy. Okay, V-Run. I'll see how it is. Baron probably Viren, right? Is that any way to address the guest of His Majesty? My apologies. I'm afraid I've been edgy since the princess disappeared. It's frustrating that my best men haven't even found a clue. Dawn, I wish you every success in your search. He made up for it. And Tristan, son of my dear friend Mordred, bring back the princess. I pray that no harm will come to either the princess or your father, or me. That's cool. Now go, show Dark Soul what it means to face a knight of the realm. Alright, and hopefully that's like it for reading, because I'm sure you're like, anyone that's still watching is like, oh, this guy's annoying. How do I get out? I press B? No? I do press B. Okay, here's the labyrinth. So, this is the game, fellas. And yeah, I bring out my sword. And I attack. Very simple combat, as you can imagine. At least at the start. I mean, this is all I did before. So, I mean, you got speed stats, you got attack, and you got HP. I think those are the 3 stats you have. I guess you learn spells. I realize I may not have equipped my the sword I just bought. Dawn stands victorious. Thank you. So yeah, this is a little. I mean, look, this is of the time, right? This was probably crazy to people. I forgot to equip my sword again, right? Like, it looks crappy now and probably gives people a headache watching it, but damn, at the time, sure, it was blowing minds. It's the first game in a very long and well beloved series of games. So the other ones I think are more RPG like. So I'm actually gonna exit the dungeon and save quick and see if I can sell my sword and try and heal. So when you die, I think you lose like half your gold, and it's almost nothing to heal up. So I think you're better off just like leaving if you can and healing, rather than like plowing through the dungeon and then dying. I'd like you to save. Yes. Okay. Cool. So I just saved. And we'll go to, I think we go to the tavern to save, to heal. Har har har. That's a good one. What? Just a sec. Dawn! Some friends of yours were looking for you a while ago. If you're smart, you'll avoid those two. They're nothing but trouble. Thanks, old Vic. Oh. And then looking for a room. 10 gold pieces, nice. I don't even have that much money. I think I press B to exit. And I think if I item equip. Yeah, here we go. I wanna wooden robe. Wait, hold up. I totally just missed what I had to do. Item, equip, Dawn. Oh, bronze knife. I thought I bought short sword. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I have short sword equipped. And cool. Okay. So now I can go back to the shop. I don't think it matters who I go to. I can enter the alchemist. And then I can sell bronze knife, because I don't need that. Yes. No. No. And then we can go to the armor and buy armor. And we already have a woven robe, so actually no need to buy anything. So I guess that was a waste of time. Okay, let's see. Tavern. Bell. Now, I'm gonna sleep. night. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we're ready. Sorry, I had to like process. I had to relearn how to do everything. Enter into the labyrinth. So yeah, the labyrinth will stay the same every time we go in. We gotta keep, go as far deep as we can. Collect some loot, and I don't really know what the end objective is. I mean, I only just kind of went in and out of the dungeon like 30 times and didn't really make it that far, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So I have a little bit of an edge now, but obviously the only thing we can do is attack or run away. So we'll just watch our HP and attack. Yeah, I hope everyone had a happy holiday for whatever you celebrate. Obviously, I'm sure it was different this year for everyone. This Christmas, I spent the Christmas Eve. I got to see my parents, which was very nice, and then I got to spend the day kind of by myself. We have multiple Zoom calls for everyone in my family. I think I'm probably gonna die here, by the way. So, I had a Zoom with my big family where we had a Secret Santa, and then also one with my immediate family, just my brother, sister, mom, and pop. Which was nice. It's just good to see everyone. As long as everyone's healthy, I think I'm happy, but I know I'm happy. If everyone's healthy, I know I'm happy. I shouldn't say think. 1 damage? 3 damage and I'm dead. And that's going to be a lot of the beginning of the game is dying. But, yeah, it was good. My goal for Christmas was to do the Zoom calls, but sit on my couch and drink beers and play Cyberpunk was what I wanted to do, because it's hard for me to find time to play such a big, long, and demanding game like that. So I was like, let's just take Christmas. Like, I have off from work, and I can just sit down and I can play it like 8 hours straight, right? Like, I just want to binge it. That sounds like a pretty good Christmas to me. And so I started doing that. And so the first hiccup was the game's buggy, as it is. Right now it's December 29th, 2020. So a couple weeks after the launch of Cyberpunk, and no matter when you're watching this, I'm sure you know that its launch was a rocky launch. Lots of bugs. I'm fortunate enough to have a computer that can run it, so I shouldn't even be complaining compared to people who have a PS4 and Xbox One who just can't run it at all. But I was experiencing some not visual glitches, but it was putting the waypoint in the wrong direction. And on top of just being relatively intoxicated, I just could not find where this waypoint was leading to. And I spent 40 minutes running around this building trying to find where this body was hidden or something. And, I eventually had to give up, put the controller down, and go to a Zoom call. And then I came back, and I was like, okay, I'm going to find where this body was, right? And that's when we hit hiccup number 2 of the day. Oh, sweet, treasure chest. Okay. Just got killjoyed. Hiccup number 2 of the day, which is when I try to connect my computer to my TV, it just didn't work. I'm dead, unless I have... I'm dead. Tried to connect my computer to my TV. It worked the first time. All of a sudden it stops working. And I'm sitting here like, why can't my TV recognize my computer? This isn't the first time this has happened, but normally you get it to work and it just like works for the whole day. I could forget about it. And so I'm sitting there and I'm trying everything. I restarted my whole TV. I did a factory reset on it. I quadruple checked my computer, make sure all the settings were right on, which were, it was detecting my TV. If I went on my computer and saw display settings, Samsung 55-inch or whatever was right there. But of course the TV was not displaying anything. And sometimes it would it knew that there was an HDMI cable plugged into it, but it didn't know what it was, and it wasn't displaying the signal. So I was getting real frustrated. And on top of just not being 100% coherent, and just wanting to sit back and enjoy the game, I eventually caved in, and I was like, hey, let me figure out how to do this online. So I'm sitting online, I'm going through all the all of like, you know, the things that you do, right? You do a general search of your issue, see if that solves it, and then you do a little more specific. Maybe you're not the only one. And somewhere along my search, I come across a... Sorry, I gotta fight these man-apes. How much do they do? 5 points! 10 doesn't even kill them. I'm so scared. I gotta grind more. I can't go back to this area. So somewhere along my search, I come across like the customer service helpline. And it's Christmas Day, mind you. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call them. Right? I am... If the worst thing, so I thought, is I could call them and they would say, "Excuse me, sir, it's Christmas. Why the heck are you calling? Please hang up." And I'd hang up and be like, "You're right." And that would probably be a very sobering moment for me, and I'd realize how ridiculous I was being. But instead, right, I go on the phone, look at the number, I call the number, and in a very lusty voice, I hear a woman say, "Guys, girls are on the line waiting to talk to you." And I'm like, "What?" So yeah, and then it proceeded to explain to me that this was the sex hotline I was talking to on Christmas, and this was from the Samsung website, right? So I was somehow on Samsung's page, and they said, "Yeah, this line now probably got canceled. They probably don't use it anymore because they had two different options, and I picked the bottom one, and I guess that one's no longer working." And it took me to a sex hotline. So I am 22 years old, and I can handle myself and laugh this off as a story, but this is like a big company, right? This isn't like, you know, I'm calling the hotline on the back of a Sega Genesis cartridge that I don't expect to work, right? This is Samsung on their forum page, on their help desk, leading me to an adult telephone number. I don't even know what to call it other than sex hotline. And so imagine there's like a 12-year-old boy sitting there, and he has a Samsung Galaxy S9 or what, S20 now. They like skipped over. I don't really know what their generational naming scheme is. And his phone's not working, and he goes and he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna take my parents' landline, and I'm gonna go online. They're saying I should call customer support. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna click this number. I'm gonna call customer support." And then all of a sudden, you have a 12-year-old on a sex hotline when he thought it was gonna be Samsung. And then you could go even worse, right? And the way it's phrased, it's like, guys, like women are waiting to talk to you. I mean, you could be so innocent that you just go, "Oh, like cool, someone wants to talk to me about my Samsung Galaxy and help me figure out like why it's not working." So, moral of the story: if you want to call a sex hotline, go to Samsung.com, go to customer support, and click on one of the links, and call one of the numbers, and you'll get there. But yeah, shining in the darkness. I don't think anyone would want to sit through me just mashing attack. I don't want to do it until I actually have decisions to make, so I'm going to be rambling for a little bit, but hopefully you'll get to see the cogs turning in my head as I start leveling up and making new characters. And 1 second. Getting new characters to my party and getting new spells. So we'll see. I am having a shipped order because I try to get my groceries delivered in order to get out of the house, or stay inside the apartment, not house, as much as I can. And they don't have everything I want. They don't have the Sabra roasted red pepper hummus, tragic. And they do not have the provolone deli sliced cheese. They have reduced fat provolone, that's okay. Store does not have 12 count, okay. No hummus. Dozen eggs. Dozen. And we get to listen to the music, because normally you get into a combat sequence and it gets interrupted, but now we get to listen to the whole thing in its entirety while I go tell my shipped deliverer that the cheese and the eggs are okay. No, don't get hummus. Hummus? Hummus. Okay. Cheese and egg replacements are good. Cool. Okay, sorry about that. I know, but now you got to hear more of the music. So we're gonna try and get out of the dungeon now and heal back up. Let's go. Come on. I would say the random encounter rate is on par with what I would find to be like standard of the time. Like sometimes you'll play a game and it's like every 3 steps. Like, oh, enemy, and it's like really, really annoying. This game, it's like kind of annoying, but that's part of the genre, right? It has to be a little bit annoying every time you run into the enemy. And I think it does lead, at least from what I played before, it leads to a really genuine, gaining of experience points and everything. It's not like I don't think I'm gonna have to grind too much, right? I think I'm just gonna, oh, it's the wrong door, crud. I think I'm just going to, like naturally get there as I delve deeper into the dungeon. So, and right now I'm just plowing through these slimes though, so that's good. Let's get them. Tomorrow is a big day for me in terms of material possessions, because I have a Valve Index coming. So I'm very excited for that. I've played very minimal virtual reality. So I said, you know what? It's Christmas time. I am an adult, so let's spend maybe an unhealthy amount of money on something that will let me play more video games, even though I have basically an infinite amount of hours to invest in other video games. But it's human nature to just spend money, and I had like no buyer's remorse. I had more buyer's remorse when I built my new computer than I did buying this headset, and I'm very excited for it. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun using it. It comes with Half-Life Alyx, so right off the bat I got to get that. I'm gonna pre-download that tonight. I measured out a space in my apartment for it. The cable it comes with is like 5 meters long, which is insane. So you pretty much can do it anywhere. And I'll probably have a couple videos on that. My goal is to kind of plow through these retro games alongside maybe some modern titles. I'm not like one of the guys who's like, oh, like retro games are pure and the best. I just like them a lot. I like all video games, so I don't need to save, but I guess I'm here already, so I'll do it. I like all video games, so I want to play all video games, and I think I can kind of separate it into, retro and modern. And maybe, I really, there's like 3 phases to me. There's, there's kind of like retro, which is kind of everything from before the PS2. I'd say it's kind of the cutoff for retro. And obviously, this is all subjective, but if you have DVD-based media, I would say you're not really retro. You're the beginning of like a modern age of video games. And then after that, now we kind of have like this ray tracing, we have VR, we have all this new technology. I mean, there's always new technology, but I think, at least in my scope of life, me graduating college and all this stuff coming out, I'd say that's kind of like the next era of things. So I look at it. So we have like retro, we have modern, and we have retro and middle and modern, or whatever you want to call them. But anyway, I want to try and cover all 3 grounds on this channel. So I'll try and play some, test out the VR, give some first impressions. If you don't find me infuriating to listen to, then maybe you'll want to hear what my opinion is, or you just might want to see someone play a video game. Half-Life Alyx seems like a lot of fun. Although this is one thing on levels of getting nauseous playing video games, I'm sure watching someone else play VR will just make you want to throw up. So we'll see how long that lasts. Aside from retro stuff, like a lot of the quote-unquote modern things I play are like indie games. Big on Splunky, big on like Shovel Knight's a huge game that I love. But I mean, that really is just like a modern retro game. Hollow Knight, big fan of that. I mean, I like first-person shooters too. I'm playing Doom Eternal now. It's a lot of fun. Again, I don't want to sound like, I feel like when every time I say this, and it's not the first time I've said it, I sound elitist when I'm like, oh, like I like good games. I like all games. But like I really do. Like if you put love into creating a video game, then I'm probably going to enjoy playing it. I might not enjoy it as much as something else. Like, I'm probably going to enjoy a platformer over a strategy game. But if the strategy game is well designed and you can tell the music and the art and the gameplay all form together just to make a really good experience, I'm going to enjoy it, right? I have the same philosophy on beer. You know, I like good beer. Do I like some beers in general more than others? Like, I might like a hazy IPA more than, you know, any other beer. That might be my beer of choice, but that doesn't mean if you have a really nice sour, I'm not going to enjoy it. If you're a brewery and you spent time perfecting your craft and your brand, then yeah, I'm gonna like your beer, I think. I mean, or maybe I won't like it, but at least I'll appreciate it and I'll try it. I got a call. Is it from Shipped? I think it was, but I already texted them, so they always do this. They text me. I respond to the text message. They don't respond back, and then they call me. So if anyone's a Shipped worker, maybe explain to me how I can be the best customer. Because I hated being like an annoying person. And I said I was available during this time frame, but you know, that doesn't mean I'm sitting next to my phone. And one time I ordered from Shipped, and I'm not bashing the company because I think it's great for anyone to use it. It basically gives someone else a job to do in a time where they might not have a job because of unfortunate circumstances. And it lets me not have to go and get groceries. I mean, I'm being lazy and helping someone out. Like, it's kind of a win-win. But like one time I had like a rough Monday at work and I just want to go home and sleep. But I said, no, let me order Shipped first. And it said like it would come by 6 o'clock. And I was like, okay, it'll come by 6. And then I'll take a nap and then I'll play video games all night. And it didn't come till like 8. So I like missed that whole opportunity for napping, which was a little upsetting. I just gotta understand it. I mean, it's also, I'm sure they have such a huge influx of people using all sorts of delivery services. Whereas before, I feel like you probably didn't have too much of an issue getting people to, you know, deliver for your service. Now you might, you have Shipt, you have Postmates, you have DoorDash, you have Grubhub, you have Uber drivers, you have Lyft drivers. I mean, that's like 6 different things that all fall into a similar category. 50 gold. I think we caught the enemy by surprise. I think we're gonna head out of the cave and try and up our equipment a little bit, because we're doing pretty good right now. And also I have my phone right next to me in case I see it, like in case I see the phone call and I can pause the video real quick, but my phone didn't light up. So Google, the Pixel has this like do not disturb mode where if you put the phone upside down, it will like vibrate and be like, oh, you're on do not disturb mode. So it's like normal do not disturb mode. But I think sometimes even when it's right up, mine thinks it's face down, and that's why that happens. I know I can turn the setting off, but I'm really lazy, and I kind of like it too. I like putting my phone on do not disturb. I think that's like refreshing to know you don't have to look at your phone for a little bit of time. I shouldn't have taken that herb. That's okay. It was a safety herb. I didn't realize we were gonna get out so quickly. Okay, so I think we want to upgrade our armor because we got the nice weapon first. So let's see what we can get the armory. What would you like to buy? We can get a shield or a helmet. Oh, we should get one of these. Okay, so it's 130, 120 for a cloth hood, and then it's 300 for a leather helm. Okay, what about shields? No. Back. Buy. Shield. 120 for a gauntlet, 300 for a leather shield. And then how much? We have 158, but we have nothing to sell. So no special deals to offer. Okay. Buy. Let's buy the hat. Let's buy a nice hat. We'll buy the leather hood. Cloth hood, yeah. Oh. Someone barking at the door? I think my dog has just decided to bark. Oh, wait. My phone is giving me a notification, but it's not from shit. My dog's just barking to bark. Stop doing that. Shh, don't bark. Come again, you hear? Stop barking. There's no one there. Stop. Quit. Do we have the hat equipped? I think we do. Alright. I think that one. It's so hard to tell. It's very hard to tell what, that's why I want to make sure I have it on. No, see, it doesn't say equip, so... Oh, I was skipping over the dialogue. I can't wear a cloth hood because I'm, like, not a magic user or something. Now I feel like a dummy. Alright, whatever. We make mistakes. If you weren't barking, miss... I have a small chihuahua. Her name is Cleopatra. She's 12 years old. She doesn't have any teeth. And she's a good girl. That's all you need to know about her. Yeah, you're a good dog. She always wants to sit on my lap. And I don't complain most of the time, but she's kind of like makes me have to... I can't sit like with my legs like teacher style or whatever you want to call it. So sometimes that gets a little annoying. It's not too bad. Can I attack, please? I wonder when I get my friends. I bet you they're in the dungeon. They had like very generic RPG character names. He told me at the beginning, he was like, "Oh, by the way, like you have 2 friends." It's like I guess the game is trying to be like organic and real with a conversation, but like someone wrote that out. Someone was like, "Oh, I have an idea. Like, let's explain the backstory of this character, then go off on a tangent, and then, oh, by the way, you also have 2 friends that I just should have mentioned before." Like, you could have just put that earlier in the introduction, but I don't know. Maybe it got my attention more, and I'll be happy I remember it. That was the wrong way. Oh my god. I mean, that kind of sounds like my train of thought, right? I start talking about something, and then something will happen in the game, and I'll all of a sudden stop talking about whatever story I was rambling about, and then I'll come back to my story halfway through and expect you all to be caught up with me. So maybe that guy at the beginning of the game is just me in the future. That's a possibility. I got a text from my brother that says, "Disney ripped off Megadeth." And let me tell you, I am very excited to read what that's about. I don't know if anyone watching is a metalhead, but even if you're not, I'm sure if you're familiar with Megadeth, you love hearing Megadeth drama. And nothing against the band's music. I love their music, but Dave Mustaine is a character, and he attracts things to him that I just find funny. So we'll see what he said, and I'll inform you all next video. It's your kick to come back, so you can figure out what the heck the text was about. Or you can likely search right now. You can pause the video and search Megadeth Disney, and I bet something will come up, because he would have just like, there's got to be something. He probably like, maybe it's like a Reddit post, but. But no, nothing against the band music. I love the music. Big Four, you know. Again, same thing with the video games. Kind of doesn't apply to music because there's just some genres of music I don't enjoy listening to. But in terms of like metal, like I just like good metal. I do like good music. I mean, if there's good pop out there, there's some like pop and radio music I'll listen to. But I mean, I really do predominantly listen to metal, and that's just who I am. So I guess it doesn't apply to the same thing as like the video games. I was caught by surprise twice in a row. It's okay. We have another herb. Yeah, I'm wearing a Slayer shirt now. I love Slayer. Yeah, that's all I really have to say on the topic. Music is great, regardless of what you listen to. As long as you have a respect for your music, I think that's important. So, I summon forth the soul of dawn. Okay, we'll just try that. We'll just pretend that we didn't get caught by surprise twice in a row, and then all of a sudden have 3 dark jellies, each getting a free attack on us before we got an attack on them. It's like the Imperial March, and I'm going the wrong way. I hope that the music changes as you get to different areas of the dungeon. I really hope. Like, I could be wrong, and that's fine. I'll still play through the game. I've heard it's a good game, and I do enjoy the dungeon crawler. It's kind of like, you know, when you play the first Metroid game. If you've never played the first Metroid game, and for some reason you really want to, like the original NES one, and not Zero Mission, you have to get out a piece of paper. This one, and it's not this one. It's this one, and you have to draw a map of like where everything is. Oh yeah, at least you're supposed to. And same thing with like the original Zelda game. Like you do that to like help you memorize everything. This game's a little more repetitive, so I'm not necessarily drawing the map on paper. I'm doing it mentally though. And I've done the beginning section already, so I'm just kind of retracing my memory. But yeah, I mean it's what you have to do. You have to like memorize the dungeon where you've been before, especially when you're sitting there and I'll be at like 10 life and some of the enemies might be able to kill me in one hit. I gotta be like, oh crap, like where am I gonna go? Like I better not make a wrong turn and increase the chance of a random encounter. But now I'm at the point where these slimy oozes are nothing to me. But the dark oozes are dealing a little damage. I kind of want the man apes. I feel like those are my this is the wrong way, right? Yeah, I knew that. It was a test. If you said to the computer screen, no, Don, that's the wrong way, then you have passed the test. If you didn't keep up. No, just kidding. Slimy ooze. Cave slug. So we're going to do a Shining in the Darkness first part of the labyrinth enemy tier list. 1, 2, 3, go. On the bottom, pit worms. Just, I don't know. They're not, they kind of just don't do it for me. Then, slimes. Slimy ooze. It's like, why do you need to be, is it a slime or is it an ooze? Every RPG has to have a slime or an ooze, and you manage to put both of them into one enemy, and it's dumb. Next is dark ooze, because it's a little better than slimy ooze, but it sucks. Then it's the slug, because slugs are pretty cool. And on the top of the list, it is man ape, because man ape is the coolest name for an enemy ever. And honestly, I take it back what I said about pitworm. That's a really cool sprite. So pitworm's gonna go back up on the tier list. Thank you for watching my tier list video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah. Man ape. Look how like I am man ape. It's just a good name for an enemy. It's menacing. Doing pretty good on health, and we have an herb, so I'm a little lost now, though. No, I did not. Okay, I remember this part. The enemies down there are a little rough. I think I want to... Oh, wait. I have completed your order, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Target is like a couple minutes away. So this is going to be the the tail end of the video. You're still listening, wondering why you're still listening and when it's going to be over, have no fear. It's almost over. Dark Bat, that's new. Yeah, I will, once I get out of this dungeon, I think that's a good stopping point. Good introduction to the game and the series and kind of how I do things and how I plan to do things on the channel. So yeah, I mean, it's the first video, so if you're watching this, you made it this far, say hi in the comments. Let me know what you liked and what you didn't like about the video. If you want to see maybe less of me just talking about everything but the game, let me know, and I'll happily talk more about the game as I'm playing to kind of like show what a real first experience is like, even though this isn't a first experience. Or if you want to hear more stories or more things like that, also let me know in the comments. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about that. I think we're gonna die right here. We gotta, maybe not. We're gonna kill the Dark Jelly. Okay. Man-Ape's not gonna kill us, and now we're gonna get the Man-Ape. Dude, we're doing so much damage. We need to get better armor. Alright, so we're gonna take an herb. Use. We're gonna hit that herb, dude. Alright. Now we have to get out. No, that's the wrong way. Crud. I was going the right way, and I actually had to focus on the last fight, and I kind of forgot where I was. And yeah, if there's any other games you want to see played, I have a very, I don't want to say, it's not extensive. Okay, now the random encounters are a little much. It's not that extensive, but I have a lot of retro games, and even though I might not own all the games on my backlog, like, they still exist, you know? Like, I really want to play, like, Final Fantasy 6, or oh god, these bees are bad news. You know it's bad when they suffer no damage. So, I mean, that's, like, on the backlog, even though I don't own the game. And please, add more games to my backlog, right? I'm dead. And yeah, and let me... Alright, so yeah, let me know in the comments if there's any other game you want to see me play. Thanks for watching this far, if you made it here. Like the video with one of these if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, give me one of these, and then down there, let me know why you didn't like it. So next time, or the next person that clicks on it won't have the same problem, so we can continue to grow. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. It's more of a personal Instagram, and I won't like spam it with like advertisements for my own page. I just kind of post pictures of video games and different projects I do. I think it's pretty fun, and I'd love to follow you back and interact with you there. And follow me on Twitch, NaughtyRockTHG. Where I'm playing more modern stuff on Twitch, but every now and then I'll do an occasional casual game. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Stay safe out there.